regular Matthew?
Oh, like what I would want in the apartment?
I don't know. Like maybe you have specific needs, like a room for your kangaroo, but I think that's a little crazy.
Well, I was thinking too. All right, let's get back into character here, and I'm inspecting the place, and I'm like, oh, you got nice facilities, toiletries. It's all it all seems up to snuff here, and I was like, oh, nice big kitchen here. Icebox. My accent slipping. It was like
That sounded good to me when you said icebox.
Yeah, it's like what Wayland Wallabies. What do I see out there? You got a deck out there? It's like, oh, there's a patio if I ever seen one. And what would you put a nice barbecue out there? Oh man, you know what they say about Australians and Barbies, don't you?
What do they say about Australians and Barbies?
Yeah,
do they put shrimp on the Barbie?
Well, it's a bit racist, don't you think? It's shrimp on the Barbie, not me, not this guy here. I'm not your average Australian. I actually can't stand shellfish and crustaceans and the like. I'm saying, put that shrimp on the Barbie. No, to take that shrimp off the Barbie, scrub it down a little, scrub the grill, get it nice and clean, and put a cob of corn on there.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Skewer it maybe. Cob of corn.
A kebab.
Burger, yeah. But they'd be a highlight for me. I think maybe you'd need that angle. You need something that's gonna really set you apart.
Just to differentiate you from the other candidates. You definitely become the more memorable character just because you are an Australian. Especially if they're not doing a background check. If they are doing a background check, a lot of question marks will come up where it's like, wait, he's lived here his whole life.
Yeah.
Why does he have such a strong accent? And, he's gone to school here. It's very, very peculiar. And you're going with, oftentimes these open houses, you're going with your girlfriend. So now you have to get her to also buy into this story. So is she also Australian? Is she just met you, you're an Australian here?
See, he really hasn't been fleshed out enough, I don't think. But I would ask her to keep her mouth shut the whole time because you never know. You never know what's going to happen, and you can always
so
say
if
the
she
wrong
has
thing.
a real question, is she leaning in and whispering it to you? And you're turning back and you're saying, "I told you to." I can't do the accent. I told you to keep your mouth shut.
I told you to keep your mouth shut. What do we? Yeah, I could just turn to a different kind of Australian. No, I think
a really mean Australian.
Yeah. No, she'd
smack your girlfriend around. Now they're like, "Oh, I don't know if I want this in my apartment building." And you start explaining that the social norms are a little different in Australia.
I could always play the angle where it's like, if we don't get this apartment, I'm going to give you a nice shiner every other day. You learn your lesson not to speak when you.
So you're really hoping that they have sympathy for your girlfriend,
yeah,
instead of calling the police or anything.
Because that she opens her mouth and isn't Australian, or opens her mouth and tries to do an Australian accent. That's they're gonna find me out.
I like how you quickly plan violence instead of saying, well, if we know the open house is on a Friday, we can practice our Australian accents together. You're like, no, I'll threaten her.
Well, no, okay. Well, you do, your Australian accent seems like it'll probably be on par with hers. So I'm there and I'm saying.
So I'm playing your girlfriend here?
Yeah. Right. I'm going to be like, so we really like the place. It's got a second room over there. Got, heck, a whole mess of stuff that we really love.
Crikey, it's spacious.
Oh, now, come on now. I told you not to open your mouth at all.
Oh, but did you look at that skylight?
Now, all right. Now listen, I told. I know I have a smile on my face right now, but I'm actually seething with anger because I told you you keep the trap shut. You're going to go out and wait in the car park until I'm done in here, and it's probably not going to go well because you seem like a buffoon. And it's I I'm livid right now. Go wait in the car park, and you get what's coming to you. I'm turning into.
I'm sorry, Matthew.
So you got the. I feel like you'd have the landlords too. They're off to the side right now, but they've already
shrugging and eyes darting back and forth, not sure how to deal with this.
Now, have they already decided that I am not getting the apartment?
They should have by now. Honestly, after this quiet, seething rage that you've been expressing towards your girlfriend for basically just saying that this place looks spacious and it has a skylight.
Yeah.
Maybe we can negotiate a better price here.
You
Not
see,
Australian at all.
Now, when you start speaking, you're turning me in from pleasant Australian and possibly New Zealand to the angry, the kind of guy who's gonna. I don't know what
Outback Matthew.
What?
Outback Matthew.
Yeah, Big Matthew, and he's not a pleasant man to see.
You don't want to trifle with him.
He's the kind of guy who's going to make shrimp on the barbie. He's the guy who's going to. That's not really a mean thing to do, David.
Not especially. Also, if he's in the outback, not close to the sea, I don't know where he's getting the shrimp. Mind you, most people aren't fishing for their own shrimp.
Scratch that. Yeah, I'm losing my way here. I've already lost the apartment. So this is maybe not the best angle, but it's definitely
maybe go back to that $1,000 idea.
Yeah, or $1,000 in Australian money, which might be less.
Yeah,
I think we're
do
pretty
they
much
use
on par.
pounds, dollars? I don't know what they're doing over there. Honestly, I find a lot of people seem very charmed by the Australian accent. I don't. I find it disgusting. Sorry, Australian listeners. It's not all of you, but a lot of you.
You mean whiny Australian?
Sorry?
Whiny Australian voices or
no, I don't know. I think like a manly Australian voice I just find indecipherable. I've watched Australian Gladiators, which is the Australian version of American Gladiators.
Okay.
And I need subtitles. I don't know what the hell they're saying half the time. And we're speaking the same language. But they just it just sounds like they got two potatoes in their mouth and they're trying to talk. I don't know what's going on.
It's like it's kind of like when you watch the Mad Max, right? The original Mad Max.
Yeah,
I think they put subtitles for some of that.
Some of it because it's just I don't know what they're damn saying. They're way too Australian for me.
Yeah, that sounds delightful though.
Not what part?
Just that does not sound delightful. You not liking the accent, but just I love it. I want to be surrounded by it.
By that accent?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the difference between you and me, Matthew. Maybe the only difference. So the burger, Matthew.
Yeah.
You bit into it.
I bit into that thing.
How did you feel on that first bite? It was a sesame seed bun.
Yeah.
Just as a side note, in case anyone was wondering.
People care, they want to know. No, they don't. But
when we both got, I don't know if we mentioned Kojax sauce. It's sort of a honey mustardy type of deal.
Yeah.
A sweet, creamy sauce.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, I bit into that burger and I felt like I bit into toppings.
Okay.
There's nothing for my teeth to really sink into because the shavings were what they were shavings.
They're shavings. They're folded up, so it's sort of a lot of them, but it's not that substantial. Not like biting through a beef patty.
No. And that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for in a burger. I mean, okay, it wasn't messy, it wasn't greasy.
It's true. But it wasn't anything. It was barely anything.
Yeah.
I mean, my first bite, the first thing I thought was, boy, this bun doesn't taste good. It tastes like it's a 2-week-old bun.
Yep.
Real stale bun. And it's been microwaved, which doesn't help bread. It makes it taste weirder and worse. There wasn't much flavor. It's just a weird texture and a weird taste on my first bite.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this up front. Usually we save the scores for the very end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
But here's a little sneak peek. This is not a $100 burger.
Not by a long shot.
No. Yesterday, easily I spent more than $100. I was spending money yesterday pretty easily. I had like a fancy day.
Ooh.
I I got a really nice pair of brown shoes. I didn't show you them, but they're in the corner over there. Real nice pair of brown shoes for my birthday this weekend. And I figured, well, I want to break them in. And they're so nice. I couldn't have just worn like jeans and these real nice shoes. I was like, fine, I'm doing full suit today.
Ooh.
Walking around in a full suit just to break in some shoes. And I know I'm going for a massage later. I'm just going to have a fancy man day.
This is an incredibly fancy day out, Sebastian.
Right?
So I'm wearing, it all stemmed from new shoes?
Basically, yes.
Okay.
And so I'm walking around in my nice gray suit, my brand new brown shoes. I've stepped out my front door. In under a minute, I've scuffed my shoes. Right away.
Yeah.
I've crossed one street, and boom, I'm scuffing shoes. Very uneven sidewalk panels, I guess you would call them.
Yeah.
And right away, just scuffed a shoe. Oh, man, I licked my thumb, tried to rub it out. No. So part of my fancy day was going into the suit shop and getting some shoe polish.
Oh, okay.
Just to fix that up.
That's fancy. Not as fancy as getting your shoe polished while you sat there and read a paper.
Oh, shoot. That's what I should have done.
Could have gone to Money's Worth and Best or something.
Oh, that's a good idea. Just do it at the train station if that little stand is still there.
Yeah.
Love that. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what I should have done.
The most fancy
Read
thing.
the paper.
Read the paper, but and preferably, I don't know how easy this would be, but get your shoe shined by like a 10-year-old boy.
Oh, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
Get your shine box, kid. Get over here.
Yeah.
And he shines me up real good, and I pick a quarter out from behind his ear and say he can keep it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And he'd be so grateful. Thanks, mister.
And amazed by the magic.
Yeah. Well, that's it. It's a twofer.
Yeah. But no, instead I booked a massage, went to the suit shop, got some shoe polish, started shopping around for new glasses.
Ooh.
Very difficult decision buying new glasses. It's like picking your face for the next 2 years. Not that easy.
Well, I like your new glasses.
No, these are my old glasses. I didn't get them.
Oh.
I didn't get any glasses. I looked at glasses for a good half hour, maybe 45 minutes, warding off any help that the employees there were trying to give me. Said, no, not yet. No. And then after maybe 45 minutes to an hour of trying on glasses and putting them back and looking in the mirror and turning my head different angles to see how it looks, I eventually went, okay, to one of the employees there. All right, I'm going to ask you to give me a few suggestions. I have some in mind, but I'd like a few suggestions from you just to, maybe you're going to pick something that I wouldn't have picked and it's going to look great, but I don't know that yet, So give me a few suggestions. She came back with a box of 5 different glasses, and I felt like such a picky jerk because everyone she gave me, I just felt like it was a 1/4 inch too big, the lens. It was a 1/4 inch too small, and these differences are so minute, but I would put it on my face and go, no, too big, no, too small. And they're so close in size to each other that she's got to be like, I don't know what his problem is. These all look like the same damn glasses.
Well, I think it's a testament to how poorly she does her job. I think with everyone you put down and refused, it was a commentary on like, well, I thought you were professional.
Maybe. I mean, I've at that same location of Lens Crafters, I had someone else who helped me pick out these glasses, and we got along famously. She was great. We got together. I was pointing. I'm like, well, I'm looking for something like this. She puts them on my face, and she goes, oh, that one's a little too Woody Allen. I'm like, oh, this is my lady, because we're using the same references. Next one I try, go, it's a little too Clark Kent. She's like, you're right. Another one, I put it on my face. I'm like, no, this is Italian Grandfather. She's like, yep, you're okay. Let's try this. And so we settled on this, and 3 years later, I'm still wearing them because I can't find a replacement pair of glasses. Yesterday, eventually, the woman who was helping me went into the back room for something. I just kind of slipped out the front door because I was not ready to like turn her down or make a commitment on any of these glasses. I figured maybe I'll shop online a bit because there were a few glasses I was like, this is sold, but the arms of the glasses have some gray on it, and I don't like that. Like these little details make me go from like, oh, I'll buy this $250 pair of frames to no, I'm walking out the door.
See, that's normal. I can understand not buying a pair of glasses because there's something on it. I mean, it's part of you. It's going to become part of your face. So it needs to be perfect for you. But the part I got